Hi guys, it's Nick again. Welcome to today's video, and this video I'm going to teach you or show you how to build a property portfolio in the UK. Okay, so really the first thing you need to do is establish how much money you've got to put towards the properties. So if you've got some funds, then it's going to give you a set of options. If you have got limited funds, it's going to give you another set of options. Okay, so let's start with the limited funds first of all. So if you've got limited funds, and what I mean by limited funds is typically you're going to need a 25% deposit to buy a property. So if it's a £100,000 property, you're going to need £25,000 for the mortgage. Then you're going to need your legal costs, your professional fees, your searches and all that kind of stuff. Plus then you're going to need money to refurbish or do whatever you've got to do with the property, whether you're going to rent it and get furniture, or you're going to let it unfurnished, or whether you're going to do some decorating, whatever it may be, you're still going to need some what we call ready to rent costs. Okay, so if you've got limited funds, there's a couple of ways that you could build that pot of money in order to save to buy property. And that is, you could become a deal sourcer. Okay, so you can become a deal sourcer. So imagine that you're going to buy the property yourself. So you search for a good deal, but you haven't got the funds to buy it. So if the deal is good enough for you, what's the next best thing to you not getting it? And that is to sell the deal to somebody else. Okay, so you find a property that's worth 100. I'm just using round figures just so it's easy to convey the message. So if you've got a property that's worth, you found a property that's worth £100,000, and you spoke to the vendor and you've negotiated that property down to £75,000. So we got 100k, you've got it down to 75k. So that means you've got a property there with 25k in equity from day one. Now, if any of you have watched any of my previous videos, you know that I keep going on about the profit is in the buying. Okay, so if you do this deal, that is your profit in the buying. You've got 25k profit locked in from the beginning. If you then decide to add value, so let's just say that, okay, we've got 25k profit locked in. If we're going to add value and we're going to make this 125k, you've now got 50k profit locked in, minus obviously your costs and your refurb costs and whatever else you've got to do to add that value on. But effectively, you've got profit locked in here. Okay, so you could sell that deal on to somebody else for a fee, and typically the more the profit, the more equity, the more profit in the deal, the bigger the fee that you can charge. Okay, so let's just say that for this deal, somebody's willing to pay you 5k. Okay, so you can sell that deal on for 5k, and guess what? You can go and find another deal. So rinse and repeat, as we say. Okay, so if you've just sold that on for 5k, go and get another deal. Yeah, if you come to me with a deal and there's 25% in it, I'll buy it off you. Okay, so go and find another deal and repeat. So let's just say you do 2 deals, you've now got 10k. Let's say you do a third deal, you've got 15k. 4 deals, you've just made 20k. Okay, so there's 20k that you can now then start your property journey with. You can start buying property with. Okay, so if you've got limited funds, one option is to be a deal sourcer. Okay, second option, you can do an option agreement. Okay, so this is where you go and negotiate the price of a property, but you sign a contract, you sign an option agreement on it, you then sell the property on. So let's say the same property there, you buy it for 75k, or you get an option on it for 75k. Okay, you're then going to go and resell it for 80,000. Okay, because you've got an option on it, you effectively just hand across the option So it's similar to deal sourcing, but it's a little bit more, there's pros and cons to both, but it's essentially the same as deal sourcing, but choosing an option agreement, okay? It just means that once you see the deal, if you've got agreement in place, that the vendor can't go and then sell it to anybody else, okay? So that's another way. So I would say use these two ways to earn money from property. Okay, third option is rent to rent, okay? Now, personally, I don't like this option, okay? However, it is an option that will work. You basically go and rent a property. So you go and rent a property for £500 a month. You then split it up into rooms, split it up into serviced accommodation or HMO, and then you let out each room for a total, say, income of £1,000 a month. So you've rented it off someone for 500, you're then reletting it for 1,000, you've made £500 profit in the middle for doing relatively little. Okay, but I'm not a fan of it, but it is one way that you can get yourself into the property market with limited funds. Okay, so let's say that you've got some funds. So let's just say that we've got some funds for the deposit and we've got some funds for the ready to rent costs, whether that be the refurb or just kind of like, you know, a decoration and maybe some furniture. So then what I would then recommend you to do is do like what I call the conveyor belt method. Okay, so conveyor belt, yeah. Okay, and what I mean by that is you buy a house below value, so you've locked in your profit. So we've got a house here for 75k, but it's worth 100. You've got 25k profit, okay? You add a little bit of value, you do something to it, you give it a decoration, maybe a new kitchen, maybe a new bathroom, some simple light refurbishment, okay? And let's just say that after you've taken all your costs out, you're going to make 25k, okay? So you sell it, okay? You wouldn't be able to refinance in this situation because you've still got to leave a 25% deposit in. So you can't really refinance because otherwise you're not building up that lump sum of cash. So the way I like to see it is it's like a conveyor belt. So you've got a conveyor belt here and a house drops on the conveyor belt at the beginning here, and it goes along. You do something to it, adding value, and then it drops off the end of the conveyor belt and you make 25k profit, okay? Again, you repeat. So you repeat the process. If you do that 3 or 4 times, you're going to build up 100k. 4 houses at 25k profit. It might take you a couple of years if you're just starting out, but you can do 100k. 100k over 2 years, that's a £50,000 a year salary. There's not many people in the UK that earn £50,000 a year. Okay? So that's what I would recommend you do. If you're limited on funds, do some deal sourcing, take out some option agreements, or do some rent to rents. Again, you'll have to Google all these. We haven't got time in this video to go into any details, but very high level, that's what you can do. And then once you've got some funds, buy a property below value, add some value onto it, and then sell it and walk away with a lump sum of cash. Okay? Obviously all these figures are pre-tax and pre any other fees you've got to pay. Okay? So then when you've got a pot of money that you can afford to leave some money in the properties, you might then want to go into just regular buy-to-lets. So you might want to just build up a portfolio and then you've got a rental income coming from that. Okay, so then you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Now you've got a rental income and you've also got some capital appreciation from the property that you're holding. Okay, so that's how I would do it. I would, if you've got funds, buy property, make 25k, sell it, make 25k, sell it, build up a pot, and then you're off. If you don't have any funds, use one of these 3 or all 3. Get some money together and then move across to the conveyor belt method. Okay, I hope that's been useful, guys. So if you've liked this, please, well, first of all, give it a like. Don't forget to share it and please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, then the more incentives I've got to make more videos for you guys. So if I know you're all watching and you're all liking it, I'll keep making the videos. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.